What if you feel you really can't spare any time on this? Now, here is what I suggest. I suggest you take a 2-year plan in which you only spend 1 or 2 hours a month. And obviously, this is just a suggestion. It's not a straitjacket. Modify it to serve your own preferences and situation. However, I do think that everyone who takes their academic career seriously should be able to invest 1 hour a month to build their own professional reputation. After all, this is not something you're doing for your university. You're doing this for your own transferable professional reputation. As I said, your first profile should really be your staff profile. So that should take less than an hour. So you can do that in the first month. And then in the second month, I would suggest you create a Google Scholar profile and a LinkedIn profile. Combined, they should not take you more than an hour. In fact, you can do a Google Scholar profile in maybe 5 to 10 minutes and a basic LinkedIn profile in 30 minutes if you have a bio ready. Then in the third month, I suggest you create a basic ResearchGate profile to share full text versions of your paper. Again, this shouldn't take more than an hour, probably much less so. From then on, you only need to maintain these 4 platforms. For instance, uploading a paper takes less than 5 minutes on ResearchGate. If you have prepared the pre-publication version, which you need to do anyway for your university repository. So in the rest of the first year, you could spend a bit more time every month improving just one of the 4 profiles, filling out more sections, following some of the tips in my blog posts that are linked on this slide. Simply continue as long as you feel that there are still things to do. So that way, by the end of the year, you will have 4 very solid profiles by spending an hour or less each month. Then in a second phase, maybe in the second year or whenever you're comfortable with these 4 platforms and you don't need to spend much time improving them anymore, you might want to start engaging a bit more with them. You could create a few Google Scholar alerts to follow other academics' work or simply get an alert to new citations for your own work. As an early career researcher, there's nothing like receiving a Google Scholar email in the morning showing that a key scholar in your field has cited your work. That will boost your confidence for the whole day, if not the whole week. You can find all the information on how to do this in the linked blog post on Google Scholar. You can also start to share some updates about your work on LinkedIn, maybe once a month or so. Or if you haven't published anything yet, simply practice by sharing interesting research in your research area or by sharing blog posts or news items in your research area or one of your colleagues. That way you can start building a reputation as someone working in this research area, even if you haven't published much yet. My blog post about LinkedIn provides you with a lot more details on how you can use this platform effectively. And then for ResearchGate, you would obviously want to upload every new paper, but you could also have a look at your feed, which shows you who has published new work in your area, who has been reading and citing your work, or you could have a look at your monthly statistics. For instance, ResearchGate shows you how often your papers are viewed or cited and how this is developing over time. I wouldn't really encourage you to get too focused on this, but it's nice to look at these occasionally. Again, my blog post about ResearchGate provides you with lots more detail on how you can use this platform effectively. So that's the first 2 years done.